Hello there, and good evening, everyone. We are back, and remember, we are reading together. Right now, we are reading Romeo and Juliet. That is a famous play written by William Shakespeare, and we looked at a fight. Remember, there are two families, they hate each other, and now we learn a bit about Romeo, one of the main characters. He likes this girl called Rosie. Okay. We haven't yet met Juliet, which is the other character of Romeo and Juliet. So we'll find out about her and her side or her involvement in this story. And so again, I want to motivate everyone to keep reading bit by bit every day. Maybe you want to read with me or read something else. That's okay. Listen to this as an audio, watch it, or read along. That's great, but dedicate some time every day to reading, imagining, thinking, okay, exercising your mind, and making it stronger. Alright, here we go. Scene 3, it is called Room in Capulet's House. Okay. Nurse, where is my daughter? Call her forth to me. Now, by my maiden head, at 12 year old, I bade her came. I bade her come. What, lamb? What, ladybird? God forbid. Where's this girl? What, Juliet? How now, who calls? Your mother. Madam, I am here. What is your will? This is the matter. Nurse, give leave a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back again. I have remembered me thou hear our counsel. Thou knowest my daughters of a pretty age. Faith, I can tell her age unto an hour. She's not 14. I'll lay 14 of my teeth, and yet to my teen be it spoken, I have but 4. She is not 14. How long is it now to Lammas-tide? A fortnight and odd days. Even or odd, of all days in the year, come Lammas Eve at night, shall she be 14. Susan and she, God rest all Christian souls, were of an age. Well, Susan is with God. She was too good for me. But as I said, on Lammas Eve at night shall she be 14. That shall she marry. I remember it well. 'Tis since the earthquake, now 11 years, and she was weaned. I never shall forget it. Of all the days of the year upon that day, for I had then laid wormwood to my dog, sitting in the sun under the dove house wall. My lord and you were then at Mantua. Nay, I do bear a brain, but as I said, when it did taste the wormwood on the nipple of my dog and felt it bitter, pretty fool, to shake it tetchy and fall out with the dug. Shake, quoth the dove house. 'Twas no need, I trow, to bid me trudge. And since that time, it is 11 years. For then she could stand alone. Nay, by the rod, she could have run and waddled all about. For even the day before she broke her brow, and then my husband, God be with his soul, was a merry man, took up the child. Yea, quoth he, dost thou fall upon thy face, thou wilt fall backward, when thou hast more wit. Wilt thou not, Julie? And by my holy dam, the pretty wretch left crying and said, I, to see now how a jest shall come about, I warrant, and I should live 1,000 years. I never shall forget it. Wilt thou not, Julie? Quoth he, and pretty fool it stinted, and said, I. Okay, so that long speech or discourse was the nurse remembering about the daughter, Juliet, and how she has grown up with the nurse, taking care of her instead of the mother, who has just been living as a rich lady. And we find out that she is in fact 13 years old and not 14, as the father told Paris in the previous scene. So she is 13, and the father wants him to wait until she is 16. That is 3 years and not 2. So this is getting even riskier for Paris. A bit of an age difference, more of an age difference than before. Before they thought she was 14. Okay, so now what's going to happen? Let's find out. We hear the story of the child's life. The daughter is talking to the mother, and the nurse is involved in this conversation of 3.